Hello there, very good morning. This is Primetime Breakfast News. I'm Sonali Wanigvadike. We start off with a look at your headlines first. 50 individuals taken into custody for instilling a false sense of fear among the people. Joint timetable of SLTB and private buses to be released before the 9th of next month. And India denies it is stifling democratic protests after police arrested 1,300 people to halt a hunger strike by an anti-corruption activist. And now for the stories in detail. The police has taken into custody 50 individuals for instilling a false sense of fear among the people. DIG of Administration Gamini Navaratna stated that these individuals who were produced before courts were subsequently placed in remand custody. He stated that the police will act in an expedient manner to arrest such individuals who try to unduly scare members of the public by spreading false rumours. The Ministry of Private Transport states that discussions being held with provincial councils regarding joint bus timetables will conclude before the end of this month. Minister C.B. Ratnaikar stated that the joint bus timetable of private buses and the SLTP will be released before the 9th of next month. The Nara Institute says that the route taken by vessels in the southern seas interferes with whale activity, resulting in whales facing the risk of death by colliding with these vessels. A high-ranking official attached to Nara stated that a number of whales had died in the southern shores after colliding with ships during the recent past. The Nara Institute stated that as a solution to this, the travel route taken by vessels at sea should be revised by a certain number of nautical miles. The official stated that international assistance in revising the ship route was being sought as well. Residents of Kiralogama Eppavala state that as a result of wild elephant attacks, their crops and lands have to bear the brunt of damage.
These residents of Kiralogama point out that over the past few months, they have been frequented by wild elephants. They state that they face a risk to their lives owing to this situation. Meanwhile, an official attached to the Anuradhapura Wildlife Office stated that a herd of about 40 elephants who had been sighted in the village had been chased to the reserves. The police as well as villagers had assisted in this exercise.
A fire had erupted at a shop in the Delkhanda area in Nugegoda. According to the fire department, the fire had erupted at around midnight. An official from the fire department stated that 2 fire engines had been deployed to douse the fire. The official added that the fire was doused at around 3:30 this morning. No one had sustained injuries in the incident. Well, starting off with some cricket news, Australia cricket captain Michael Clarke says he is very confident that his team will come back in the next 2 games against Sri Lanka. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka cricket captain Tilakaratne Dilshan also expressed his views on the match at the post-match media briefing. Incidentally, Sri Lanka came back after losing 2 matches to beat Australia by 78 runs. Australia lead the 5-match series 2-1.
වාසියක් නෑ මම හිතන්නේ පුළුවන් මම බැට් කරපු විදිය තමයි එතන උනේ මොකද ඇත්තටම පළවෙනි පන්දාවට 10 තුල
There was no luck with the toss. It was the way Upal and I batted. Because the ball was swinging around and it was very hard to bat in the first 10 overs. If you look at the way we bowled today, it would have been difficult to the Australians even if we would have won the toss and bowled first. Though we lost the toss, things came good for us afterwards. I feel this was the hardest wicket that we have played out of the 3 matches so far.
මේ අපි ශ්‍රී කරපු තනතිලි තුනම ගත්තොත් මේ තනතිලි තමයි අමාරුම තනතිල්ල කියලා මට හැඟෙනවා බැට් කරලා.
Take nothing away from Sri Lanka. They outplayed us today with the bat and with the ball. So we've got some work to do to play better in Colombo. Like we know that we have some work to do over the next few days because, as I've said from the start, playing against Sri Lanka, especially in their home conditions, you have to be at your best to beat them. And no doubt, I think it takes exactly what we did in the first 2 games. It's discipline, it's executing your skills both with bat and ball, and I have, I'm very confident that if we play like we did in the first 2 games, we'll win the next 2 games.
And now for a look at the day's exchange rates.